Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to my film and TV channel where we have a look at film reviews, TV drama reviews. We do the odd poster review, quizzes even. Yeah, have a check out my recent Sean Connery quiz. If you leave a comment or leave your score before the 10th of March, you can be put in a draw for a great poster. So please check that out when you get the chance anyway. But today we've got a movie review today. And we've got an action, adventure, science fiction. Yeah, we don't get too many science fictions of a reasonable budget. I mean, I've seen one or two sort of iffy ones over recent times. But yeah, this is an interesting one. It's the third in a trilogy. So obviously it must have been worthwhile producing 3 of these over the space of about 10 or 11 years. And today we're going to have a look at a film, the third in the trilogy, and it's called Skylines. There you go. You might have a number 3 for the E in some of the posters. Very clever. I don't know how these guys think up these things, but very clever. Yeah, we're going to have a look at Skylines today. If you're new to the channel, please, if you've not already done so, push that subscribe button. And if you enjoy what you see, please push the notifications so you get to know when these are coming out. As I said, there's loads of stuff on the playlist there if you check through. And also see some football stuff as well. If that's no interest to you, don't worry about it. There's loads of film and TV, but if you're interested in the football, I do vlogs on my team, my own team, Manchester City. I do history vlogs, present vlogs, quizzes, magazine vlogs, lots of different things. So if you or anyone else, you know someone who might be interested, please point them in my direction. And if they enjoy, they can sub as well. That'd be fantastic. I'm trying to get to the magical 1,000 by the end of May 2021. So I've just sort of struggled and crawled my way through 700. So hopefully we're on the way. I'm trying to get to 800. That's the next target, obviously, by the end of March 2021. So any help you can give me will be very much appreciated. And please check my links on screen for Facebook and Twitter. I do post loads of stuff on there as well. So you have to follow us or friends, just hook me up and I will reciprocate. I do check every 3 or 4 days and follow and friend everyone back. And please, all comments are welcome on this film or anything else you want to say. I do. We don't get a lot of science fiction out these days, do we? Or reasonable budget science fiction anyway, which this probably is. Whether it's any good or not is another matter, but it has its fans, obviously, like a lot of these things. So please, any comments on this or anything to do with films, it doesn't matter. Or if you can't leave a comment, please, thumbs up. You can give me a thumbs up. It's nice to get views, but it's lovely to get thumbs ups as well. Right, let's get on with this. Skylines, 15 rating. 113 minutes, yeah, run time probably a little bit slightly less, but you get there's a little bit of bonus at the end, but I'll tell you about that later on. Action, adventure, science fiction, and as I said, it's the third and final in a trilogy. The first one, of course, was simply called Skyline. I did watch this. I can't remember too much about it. I'll probably have to go back and re-watch this, but yeah, that came out in 2010. It only scored an Internet Movie Database 4.4 out of 10, so not fantastic, okay, but you know, it was the start of a trilogy, so it must have been worth carrying on, wasn't it? 86,844 reviews have been left for that. Metacritic, the critics didn't really think that much of it. It got 26% positivity rating, which isn't fantastic. And the second one came out in 2017, and that was called Beyond Skyline. Very original. Well, it's better than Skyline 2, isn't it, I suppose? Yeah, that came out in 2017. That's scored slightly higher, 5.3 out of 10. So there's an improvement. Perhaps for Skyline 3, we're on an upward slope, eh? Who knows? But that was based on just over 19,000 reviews. Metacritic again. The critics liked it a little bit better again. It got 46% positivity rate. So we're getting there, aren't we? So if on that basis, we should be on for a what? A 6.4 or something like that, and a Metacritic of 60-70% perhaps. Perhaps not. Anyway, what's it about? Well, when a virus threatens to turn the now Earth-dwelling friendly alien hybrids against humans, I did quite like the hybrids, actually. I quite like those guys. Captain Rose Corley must lead a team of elite mercenaries on a mission to the alien world in order to save what's left of humanity. Yeah, I mean, the alien world, probably a little bit more Star Trek-ish in effects and locations, etc. But hey, there you go. Directed by Liam O'Donnell, it stars Lindsay Morgan, Jonathan Howard and Daniel Bernhardt. Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes, well, what did they think of this one? Well, it's getting a 52% positivity rating. That's based on 25 critics. 13 fresh and just 12 rotten. So slightly ahead, only just though, very, very close. And the audience rating with over 50 scores left is about 46%. So again, not fantastic. So the Metacritic, did he get it 60 odd percent? No, it sort of matched the Beyond Skyline 46%. But then again, there's only 4 critics who've left a review, so that's not too many, is it? And it received 1 positive review, 2 mixed reviews and 1 negative review. Roger Moore from Movie Nation, who we sort of latch onto every now and then for his views, he gave it only 25 out of 100. He said, the players give it their best, as tedious exercises like this are rarely the fault of the cast. The fight choreography rises to adequate and the effects are okay. Yeah, I can't disagree. Mostly. Mostly. A planet overrun with pilots, another filled with semi-visible alien versions called shadow creatures. There you go. But, so he wasn't overly impressed. I mean, he wasn't overly down on it though, was he? It was quite a low score for that sort of comment. Austin Chronicles Richard Whittaker, he liked it a little bit more. He gave it 67 out of 100 and said the aliens look better than ever. Yeah, I think they say I did like the aliens and some of the comments as well. Morgan delivers just the right kind of dry-witted action heroics, and Skyline takes the trip to the stars that the franchise has been promising. There you go. So if you're a big fan of 1 and 2 and you certainly rate it more than the 20-40%, then yeah, perhaps you're in for something okay with this final in the trilogy. Internet Movie Database, yeah, well, it's hovering again. It's 4.7 out of 10, so not quite hit the 5 mark or even the halfway stage. I say if it gets 6, that's okay, but yeah, 4.7 out of 10, that's based on over 3,000 reviews as I'm doing this, 3,082, so again, not fantastic. Some comments on Internet Movie Database from various guys. If the viewer is not a demanding one or in need of surprises, then the competently made conventional sci-fi action pick is entertaining enough. Yeah, I would probably echo most of that. Someone else said, ignore the negative reviews. There you go. The movie was fun and well made. If you like sci-fi, this will do for you. Yeah, I do like sci-fi, but I like a little bit of a good story to sci-fi as well. You know, I don't just like action for the sake of it. I like some sort of good plot, and it's okay in bits. It has a storyline not strong, says someone else, but better than Expendables or Terminator. Just want to fast forward to the action part. Yeah, so there's a big action fan. That's my least favourite of these sort of things, the action parts. I don't mind a little bit, but not too much. Someone else wrote, if you have around 2 hours to spare, or you can try to watch it. Myself, I wanted to quit from the first 30 minutes. I thought that was probably the best bit. But I managed to get to the end. Well done you, whoever you are. Well done for getting to the end. Someone else, yes, the first 50% is slow. But if you've already invested that time, the last half is actually pretty good. Well, there you go. That was a slight difference. As I say, my interest waned just a little bit, but I appreciate what he's saying. And someone else, one fault was it was too long for how much content it had. And yes, I would completely echo that. Right, my little folks, yeah, Lindsay Morgan, yeah, as Rose. Our central character is very watchable. I did enjoy watching her. Alexander Siddig is fine, but a little below his smarmy, unlikable roles he's played in the past. He played some nice roles, as we know, but he's also played some sort of sneaky roles, hasn't he? He's a little bit sort of laid back in this, not quite as sneaky as I perhaps want him to be. So he doesn't quite, but then again, it's not his fault, is it? It's a script he's given, so he's not really given the opportunity to play one of those nice smarmy roles I like him playing. I don't mind him playing a good guy, but I like him playing the little rogue guys myself, so I was a bit disappointed with that. I mean, all the other actors in the sort of minor roles are okay-ish. Jonathan Howard, though, is just sadly, and I do find him very wooden in his acting and his accent. I mean, if you live outside of the UK, perhaps it's a bit, I don't know, cutesy, that accent. I'm not too sure, but living in the UK, obviously, that accent does sort of wears a little bit thin, and it just shows his woodenness and his inability, his acting, if you like, inabilities, to be honest with you. I don't think he's the greatest actor in the world. He has some nice little parts in this, nice little quirky things to say, but he doesn't quite deliver it right for me. It doesn't quite work. That likeable rogue just doesn't fit with the actor, unfortunately. So I'm sorry, Jonathan, but that's obviously my opinion. Yeah, the length of the film was a problem. Certain action scenes did become a little bit repetitive. They were okay in small doses, but they did get a little bit boring and bland and long, to be honest with you. It's not a complicated plot, so if you'd knock 30 minutes off the runtime, put some stuff onto the editing floor, and because there's some good standard action scenes in this and some good standard CGI, despite obviously the limitations of the budget. But yeah, knock about 30 30, even 40 minutes off this, and it would have been a far tighter, better watch, in my opinion. I did quite like the CGI. I said, and the aliens were okay. I quite liked it, but using the F word is funny at first, but after 3 or 4 times, it gets a bit wearing watching subtitles with the F word because the aliens are swearing. So just a little bit daft sometimes. It does get a little bit wary, so even though it did make me smile a couple of times at the start. All in all, it is a poor man's Aliens, Starship Troopers, District 9, even the Star Trek, the Borg stuff. It's a throwaway watch, and I've seen far worse than this. I'm not sure how they got to free in the trilogy, but they do have a fan base, and this is what happens with these sort of cultish movies, if you like. They get a fan base, and they get there, don't they? So, and ironically enough, even though it's a third in the trilogy, it just sort of set things up for a fourth, and there are rumours I've seen on the internet that this fourth of this is happening. So there you go. Who knows? We never know. Not a total disaster. There is a lack of good science fiction. Is this good science fiction? Well, not particularly. It's okay, but if you don't want anything too taxing, and you've not seen much science fiction before, if you're new to science fiction, and I thought perhaps younger people might like it a little bit more than sort of old dyed-in-the-wood guys like me. There's plenty of action dotted about if you like your action and fights, and there's some good choreography as well. And at the end, if you can survive the near 2 hours, there is a blooper reel at the end, which didn't really make me smile that much. I mean, blooper reels are blooper reels, unless I like the characters and the personalities, they don't really appeal to me. But if you got the credit to get to the end and watch that, all credit to you. It has its fans, as I said. It needed probably about a quarter of its runtime lobbing out and getting rid of and putting in the bin, but I did get a little bit bored and tired and reached my phone and did other things while I was watching the last 45 minutes or so, which is probably where all the action is, but you don't miss much. You more or less know who's going to survive and who's going to die, so hey, there you go. So my rating for this, I mean, the trailer for this is pretty good. The trailer's, I think I'd give the trailer probably a 6 out of 10 for the trailer. I'd give the film just a 5 out of 10, but as I said, I wouldn't put fans of the series off, because I think they will enjoy it for what it is. And as I say, if you're not dyed in the wool like me, you've not seen as many perhaps science fiction action films as I have, then you probably might score it a little bit higher. But I'll give it a basic 5 out of 10, which is not much different to what things like the Internet Movie Database are giving it. And the posters, well, you're struggling not to make a good science fiction poster, aren't you? So I'm going to be nice on the posters. There's 2 or 3 posters you've seen there as I've been waffling on, and I'll give the posters 7 out of 10. The promotional posters, I'd love to have 1 or 2 on the back of the wall there for me. With me, they're just well worthy of it. So there you go. Skylines, the third in the trilogy, is obviously, the other 2 are still available to buy at various prices, even as low as £1.99. I think I've seen a couple of the other 2 versions of this film, the Skyline and Beyond Skyline. But Skylines, the third in the trilogy, is out to own from the 22nd of February, available to buy in store in the UK. It's available online. Please check your territories. And it's cheap as chips, really. DVD £7, and the Blu-ray version is £11.99. So there you go. Anyway, let me know in your comments what you think. Thanks for watching. What are we going to do with the rest of the day? Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other till we meet here again on the Film and TV channel. Or perhaps if you have an interest, check out my Citizen channel, my football channel. Whatever it is, all I ever ask of everyone out there is please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.